Hello and welcome back to Anecdote podcast. This is where we talk about our life, stories from our lives, and just generally funny stuff. This is episode 2. So, Favour, how's your day been?
My day just started. I haven't done much.
I've been up since quite early because I was drinking last night, and you know when you drink you wake up earlier. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Has to happen.
So I went for a pee at 7:30 and didn't go back to sleep. So I've been up. My day's been quite long, longer than normal.
So what did you do this week?
Last night I got a curry with my bubble because I'm living alone at the moment, so I'm allowed to bubble by law.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I ain't been doing much. I've kind of just been existing.
Have you actually finished Red Dead 2 now?
Yeah, finished it a month and a half ago.
Because I remember you were doing that for all the first year.
Because I don't play games like that. I just kind of I take it slow. I like to enjoy it.
Do you do all the strangers and freaks and things as well?
The what?
There's the stranger and freaks, little question marks on the map, and if you go to them, you get little side missions.
I did not, but that's because I'm lazy.
There's some great ones.
Once you finish the game, right? There's nothing to actually look forward to, even if you do all the side missions. I try to do as many side missions while playing the game. You know what I mean? But then once I've actually finished the game, there's no point in doing the side missions anymore, because what am I getting? I get this super cool weapon to do what?
Another side mission.
Exactly. Yeah. But it is what it is. Let's talk about the feedback that we got from the first episode. I mean, yeah, a lot of people said a lot of different things, and we're really grateful for the feedback, and obviously we're taking it all into consideration. But this is our first video podcast, not Adam's first podcast. We're learning as we go. It was my first time editing a video.
We're trying our hardest, man.
We're trying our hardest.
We're trying. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's a bit better this week.
This week, we're new and improved. We're better. Upgrade. I know you guys were waiting for that.
Anecdote 2.0.
Leveled up. Built different. Episode 1. We were prototypes. This episode, we're the finished product. Right. Anyway, right into the stories. Right.
Go for it.
So, I think I was 16 when this happened. 16 or 15. I worked in Clark's. This was during the gap between year 11 and year 12, so I was relatively young. I told them I was 16, and they knew I was 16 from my application and my passport and everything. But for some reason, on my first day when I got there, they thought I was 18. So on the first day, I was just there, just following people around, watching what they do. And then she told me not to come in for the next shift, but to actually go for this training in Stevenage. And I lived in London. Stevenage was an hour and a half away by train. So I went for that training. I didn't actually get the money for the train ticket back, but that's because I was a shy kid. I didn't know that I could have asked for it back. But yeah, that training, they taught me how to measure kids' feet. And they taught me the standard stuff you need to be jovial with the kids, you need to be happy, you need to ask them what their favorite color is, this and that. And they taught me how to use all the equipment and stuff, yeah. And that was good, that's good. Yeah. I learned that, I figured it out, I practiced, I got in the groove. A couple shifts later, I come into work. This was probably my third or fourth customer. Alright.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Not gonna make a good first impression.
And this woman comes up to me, she's like, "Hey, I want to buy some school shoes for my kid for next semester." I'm like, "Don't worry, B, I got you.
Don't worry about it."
Alright, so obviously I'm not measuring her feet, I'm measuring her kid's feet. So I sit both of the boys down on some bench, right? I start talking to them. I'm like, "How are you guys today?" They're like, we're good, typical kid convos, you guys got favorite toys, blah, blah, blah. They tell me about their day. I get comfortable with them. They get comfortable with me.
Where's this going?
And then I get the foot measuring thing out, right? And as I'm about to measure it, I make the biggest mistake of my entire life. I say to this kid, "What's your favorite color?"
Right. Okay.
I can't stop laughing. And then this kid goes, "I'm colorblind." Straight face and everything. Bro, I was just there like smiling, just staring. Like, yeah, that's cool. No, I mean, I didn't say that's cool, but I couldn't say sorry either, because like, if I say sorry, then I'm making some little kid think that he has a life.
Just be like, oh man, sucks to be you.
Yeah, I can't say that.
What size foot are you?
I can't say it sucks to be you. I can't say sorry. I can't say any of that. So I was like, oh, okay. And then his mum was just giving me looks. She was like, how dare you ask my kid that, this and that. I'm just there like, I was just making conversation.
You're like, bro, I still need an answer.
Anyway, moving on. Let me measure your feet now. That kid was like a size 4 or 5 or something. Just got him his shoes and dipped. Went to the other side of the shop. Oh man, yeah. But working in Clark's is mad. One of like, I have so many stories from Clark's. Another time, some mum comes into Clark's with her kids, and I'm just doing my job, being me. Asking if she needs anything, this and that.
It's a full-time job.
Full-time job.
Just being me. Full-time job.
So I approach her and I'm like, "Hi, ma'am. Do you need anything? How's your day going? The usual stuff that people say when they're helping you out in a store." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm here to measure my kid's feet." I'm like, "Cool, don't worry. Once again, I got you." Set her kid down on the bench. Couple things we learned at Clark's, right? If you're giving a kid plimsolls, you need to go one size down or half a size down, because plimsolls are stretchy, and if you give them their size, the shoes are just going to fall off the kids' feet, right? And then if you bring out trainers, you need to go either half a size up or one size up, because trainers are skinny, right? And to fit comfortably on kids' feet. Right. They need to be slightly bigger. So I knew all that from my training.
Makes sense.
She's like, "Oh, I want the full package today. Can I get the plimsolls, the school shoes, and the trainers?" And I was buzzing. I was so happy, because if you sell all three, you get like this little recommendation thing to get like a promotion and stuff. And I was just there like, yes, I'm gonna sell all three today. Yes, I was happy. I went upstairs. I brought down 2 pairs of school shoes, because I was like, the kid might like this one, or they might like this one. These two are pretty fashionable in it. Then I also brought some trainers, and I also brought some plimsolls. And the mum just looked at me like, why did this guy just bring down 4 pairs of shoes? And I'm just there with these 4 pairs of shoes, like, yeah, your kid might like this, or they might like this one. I just brought down these 2 different designs, because I thought they were pretty cool, and she picked something similar to that, but we don't have that in stock. And then she was like, okay. I tried the shoes on for her kid.
But you tried them on for the kid?
Yeah, no, because the kid's still sitting on the bench. I just put the shoe on the kid's foot.
Oh, I think you meant you tried them on for the kid. Like, you wore them, like, they look cool on me, man. They might look cool on you. I feel like we're the same size feet,
I'm just there with some little shoes on my toe or something.
Just, like, they fit halfway on, like, the back of it pushes down.
No. So, we have to put the shoes on for the kids, because parents don't know how to tie their kids' shoelaces and stuff properly, because they always make it too loose.
Okay.
So I put the shoe on for the kid, and the kid picked one. She liked them, right? Yeah. So we were sorted for the school shoes, and then this is where the problem begins. I bring out the plimsolls and the trainers, and the mum is looking at them like, that looks slightly smaller. She checks the box. She sees that they're different sizes before even letting me try them on the kid. And then she goes, "How long have you been working here? You don't know how to do your job." When I tell you I was vexed, I was mad. I was just there like, how are you telling me I don't know how to do my job? It's my job.
Did you say that to her?
No, I didn't.
Did you say that
I was
to
just like, yeah. She said to me, "How long have you been working here?" I said, "Long enough." And then I asked my colleagues afterwards, and they were like, "Yeah, that's probably the perfect answer because you don't want to say you've been working there for like a certain amount of time because they could either be like, oh, that's too short. Let me have someone else,' or if you say I've worked here for a really long time and then you do something wrong, they'll be like, how have you been working here for that long and still making mistakes? You know what I mean? So long enough is like the perfect answer. Think about it, right? Like if you had simply just let me try the shoes on for your kid, you would have seen that those were the perfect sizes for those types of shoes for your kid. Because the statistic is something like 80% of the UK is wearing the wrong size shoes or something. Yeah, because everyone just gets their feet measured one day, or like their feet get slightly bigger one day, and they just go up a size, and they just think that's their size, but that's not their actual comfortable size.
I haven't got a new shoe since I was 5. Still wearing like size 4s.
Hey, you're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm joking.
You should have seen the way I just stared into my camera like, yo, what is this guy talking about?
So my feet are just like beaten and cramped and like
that would be
curved.
No, that would be so bad. That would be so bad. Oh man.
Did you ever get? They did them. They might still do them. I'm not as cool as I used to be back when I was like 14, 15. But Nike used to do those trainers that you could like personalise. You could choose the colours, and then put like your name embroidered on them.
They're so expensive.
Did you ever get those?
They're so expensive. They still do them.
They still don't do them. I got the which shoes were they? I got it done for like one of the mesh shoes. Can't remember which one. For Christmas one year. Thought it was so cool walking around with my name on the back of my shoes.
Oh man.
No. I just have soft trainers.
Sock trainers. I have Doom socks. Adidas.
You know the trainers that have like the individual toes?
Yeah. Wait, please. No, don't tell me you actually have those.
No, so imagine,
please.
Like, just sock ones or something. I don't think I could ever like go to campus or anything. If
I would not hang out with you, I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't like sock shoes because they get dirty so easily and they're hard to wash.
Oh, I just bung them in the washing machine.
Last time I put my shoes in the washing dryer. Washing dryer.
In the dishwasher.
Yeah,
last time in the dishwasher.
In the dishwasher. No, they came out. The water was too hot, first of all, because I was an idiot.
Oh, you didn't put it on 30.
Heated up, and then when I took them out, they had like curved. Like if you put the shoe on, it was fine, but when you took the shoe off, it would like
banana.
Yeah, it'd make a banana shape, and I just had to throw them away.
Banana
they were one of my favorite shoes. My J's.
It's alright. You just got the limited edition. You copped the banana shoes. You know the banana J's.
Banana J's. There's a big problem with trainer industry right now. Because
which is
when sneakers are dropped, right? All these people, all these resellers, all these hype beasts and stuff, they use bots to buy them. So if you want to buy your shoe, you have to be on time because 10 seconds late and it's out of stock, right? So I know that one pair was released recently, University Blue Air Jordans. And a lot of people were trying to cop them, and I would have tried as well, but I ain't got money like that. But I think at retail they were like 130 or something. But because of the fact that they sold out almost instantly, they're going for like 300, 400 now, some even 800, just because all these resellers just use bots to buy the shoes, and now you can't buy the shoes at the price the shoes are supposed to be. And I guess it's like. It's good for them because they're like dominating a market somehow, in a way.
It's mad. Imagine if they did that with food. Like, as soon as the banana delivery comes in, someone nicks all the bananas.
Exactly.
Makes you pay like £8 per banana.
Exactly.
How much do you spend on trainers usually? Like when you buy a pet? Like not like a year or anything, like when you buy one?
Anywhere between 65 and 150.
Okay, that's not too extreme.
Yeah.
I usually spend around
I had a good list of shoes that I wanted to buy, But let's just say my funds ain't looking too good at the moment.
Haven't got a placement yet?
Yeah.
Have
Nope.
You really like hyped me up there, and you're like, guess who got a placement? And I was like, oh damn! And you're like, not me.
Not me, bro. Not me.
Not this guy. I was like,
Shit. Hey, we move, man. I've got to do that every morning to hype myself up. I'm getting a placement today. Today's the day. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to hear back. I was meant to hear back from the final stage UBS like a week ago. They still haven't, so I don't think that's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's better than waiting months. Yeah, no, tomorrow I'm going to make it my goal to get a placement. If I don't get a placement tomorrow...
In a day. If you do it in a day, that's impressive.
Can you imagine?
I don't even know what I'd do.
Can you imagine if I actually get a placement in a day? That would be mad.
You'd be like, guess who got a placement? I'm not falling for this again.
Well, best believe I'm going to do that to you when I actually get a placement. Oh man, anyway, you got any stories for today?
When you were talking about plimsolls, it reminded me of like primary school, because I actually forgot plimsolls were a thing. There's a whole like section of my life which you've just dragged up from my memory. What was the point of plimsolls?
They were like...
Why can't we just have like indoor trainers?
I think it's... Oh, I'm not sure actually. I have no idea. That's a very good point. We were like required to wear
I feel like it's a very British thing.
Yeah, because you weren't
Do people in
allowed your
America
own
wear
trainers
plimsolls?
until like year 5, year 6.
It's like when you got your handwriting pen.
Yeah,
license,
handwriting.
You also
Bro,
allowed to stop wearing
that pen license stuff made no
plimsolls.
sense. How do we need a license to use a pen?
They're like, bro, you can write cursive now. You're allowed. I'm like,
Yeah, no, because like my handwriting, it hasn't changed since I was like 10.
thing is, I don't really write anymore. I type like everything. Where's my laptop license in year 5? You know.
That's called having a disability, bro.
Oh, actually, that's a story. For A level, I used a laptop in the exams.
Yeah.
But I don't have any disability that means that I need it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the school.
Bro, you're snitching on
was
yourself
like-
right now.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
This is true.
Like, what was it? Like 20 people watched this. I doubt one of the examiners who happened to mark my A level is gonna watch this.
And 3 years from now, your freaking your A levels are just like cancelled. Can they
I have to retake
can they
them.
retract your grades?
I don't know. To be fair though, as long as I've done my degree at that point, the A levels can go.
That's true.
It's like when I did my A levels, I don't really care about GCSE except for maths anymore, in English.
Right, continue.
But anyway, so I was just like in an economics lesson one day, and my economics teacher was also the deputy head of the school at the time. And she was like, your handwriting is just dreadful. Would you like to use a laptop in the exam? And I was like, yeah, sure. And you can actually get it for your handwriting being unreadable, but mine wasn't unreadable. She was like, cool, just do the test and make sure you do badly. So I did the test that you do to show you're dyslexic. And I was like purposely like misspelling words like spoon, like spawn. And then
you
I was doing it with my friend who's actually like
oh god, no.
I think dyslexic. There's something where he actually needed it anyway. I was doing it with him, just copying his answers. It was the first time in my life that I was copying a test to do badly.
Yeah, I think that would be the first time for anybody.
I was looking at his answers like, what would someone who actually needs this do? And then I got it, so I could use a laptop, which made things easier, because then you can go back and edit things if you have time at the end. Whereas when you've written it, you can't move text down. Well, you can move text down, you can't move like writing down when you've written
Speak for yourself, bro. I was in the English exam crossing out entire paragraphs.
See, that stresses me out. Oh man. Because I also wrote all my GCSEs because that was before the great hack. But that was just stressful. You get the end, you're like, I want to add this in, and you have to do like arrows and if I was a marker reading that, I'd just mark myself down. Terrible.
No, but they can't. They're not legally allowed to. They can't just mark you down for
I'd make up some excuse like, you forgot to mention Shakespeare or some rubbish. just to like.
Whole essay about Shakespeare,
No way.
and you just forgot to mention Shakespeare.
You actually start doing like maths. They're like, man, this
Right.
guy's on another level.
Oh man.
That's something like GCSE, the English exam. I just missed out the whole poetry section and still got a B. So it was alright. Don't need poetry in your life as well.
I mean, I don't want to disrespect anybody here, but GCSEs were extremely easy, and I think that most of the time, like when people do very badly on their GCSEs, it's straight up just because they didn't try.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the like people would put on YouTube like them opening their results, but they did. And I'd noticed that people would never really post them doing badly. I never saw those. There's always be like, they'd be crying because they only got like 11 A stars and 1 A or something, and they'd be upset they didn't get that last A star.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I know a couple people like that. A couple people I met in first year. No names.
We have these are fake names for legal reasons.
No, you know.
I want to see if they can work out. We have Monty.
Monty. Oh, I know Monty. Cornelius.
did Cornelius? I don't know if Cornelius was that intelligent. Cornelius would just like eat bananas with his feet. I don't know.
You know what's even funnier is that I made the name up on the spot, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. He just looks like a Cornelius.
We had who else did we have? Theodore.
The sort of people you live with. Again, all fake names.
We're not adding anybody. If you think any of these fake names are you, then you need to reevaluate your life and become a better person.
It's like a large scale, you know, that game Paranoia, where you don't know like who it's about.
They know we lived with them. They just don't know it's them.
That's like a 1 in 18 chance it could be them, you know.
No. Yeah, but it's like a flex, you know, like an unnecessary flex. Like they're trying to be not obvious about it.
Yeah, like you know when people like they say something's bad because they want you to say it's good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those.
They got a little bit personal there, Favour. Is something you want to say?
No, you're not roasting me. I'm not having no roasts. That bit is going to be cut out, and every single person is going to have to guess what it was.
That was the best bit of the whole podcast. Cut that out. You might as well not post the whole thing.
Oh god.
That could be the little Instagram section for this week. Just blurred out the whole thing, and then us laughing.
Moving on. Yeah, I don't like people flexing for no reason.
Yeah, like when people in secondary school used to be like, "Oh, this drawing's terrible." I was like, "Yeah, well, you could do better." You know, you keep them humble. Keep them humble.
Like the only time I'll say something is bad is if I genuinely think it's bad. But there will be those people who will just like do something amazing. There will be those people who get 11 A stars and then an A, and then they'll be crying about that 1 A.
How many GCSEs did you take?
Let me count that real quick. I did the standard ones. I did English, maths, or double English because there's 2 Englishes, right? Maths,
yes.
Chemistry. I did triple science, so chemistry, physics, and biology. 3 separate grades.
Nice.
Computer science, graphic design, geography, and arts.
I told you that I'd hack the system, and you've always got to finesse the system. But finessing the system is one of my... Finding a loophole is one of the many things I love about
life. A couple men from London know a lot about finessing.
It's not anything illegal.
I mean...
You know, because finding a loophole... It's not illegal finding a loophole.
But we've all done our fair share of illegal stuff.
I mean, there's finessing and then there's like stealing. You know, they're different things.
Freedom of speech, right? Like I could say whatever I want. I could be like, yeah, I stabbed someone in an alleyway somewhere. I mean, I didn't, but I could say that, and they couldn't use that against me.
It's like this song "Murder in My Mind," where talks about killing the people who he killed, and then they couldn't use it in court. Do you remember that?
But I mean, they did prove it eventually.
Yeah, but not through the song. I mean, is he literally like sang in great description about what he did, and they couldn't use it?
He sang exactly how he killed him.
Yeah, and like he just did it because he woke up and wanted to do it, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't use this," even though it's basically his confession.
Remember when they tried to ban drill in the UK? Man, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. I don't know what I would do if they banned drill, because I mean, I listen to a lot of music. I listen to everything, I'll be honest. But drill is probably like I wouldn't say top 5, but top 10 genres.
That'd be like underground drill then. Drill would not just stop existing because...
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'd still listen to drill. Like, Spotify would probably still have it on. It's not like they can be like, remove all your drill songs. Like... drill, or you go...
you just play it in the UK, it's just white.
You go on YouTube and it's like, this video cannot be played in your country. Do you know how vexed I would be? No, but yeah. No, there are a couple good drill songs. I don't like the like really aggressive one, like I dip man down, shagged his wife, or gonna boot his kid in the face. Like, no, I don't like that. That's not me. But
I think that was part of the problem. Part of the problem. People heard like 1 or 2 songs like that, and they're like, "Yeah, all drill is that." And they didn't appreciate them.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Certain drill artists woke up and just chose violence. So I get when they're like, "Oh, we should ban drill," but they should not. They shouldn't have the rights to ban drill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get. Although it has many faults, the UK does allow freedom of speech.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's all countries have their pros and cons, don't they?
Gonna go off on a rant again. I fixed it. Well, that's rants, not rants. I said it right. Yeah, I know some of you don't like when we rant, but right. So I was watching Designated Survivor.
Basically.
Did you just say?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I remember I actually had an argument with someone in first year, someone we lived with again.
What was her name? Fake
Jemima.
Name.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right, so I was speaking to Jemima. Jemima says to me, "Yeah, no, it's completely China's fault that global warming is happening and stuff." And I was there like, "Well, what makes it their fault?" And she was like, "They have the most factories and they cause the most pollution and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but have you considered the fact that they also have the greatest population in the world?" Like, if there's that many people living in that place, is their pollution not directly proportional to the amount of people that's there? And she was like, "Oh no."
The average American emits as much carbon as 10 Chinese
citizens. And that is exactly what I was saying to her. Like, it's not China's fault at all. The fault completely falls, like the blame completely falls on the US.
10 Indian citizens, sorry, not Chinese.
So, and then I was there, and she didn't have an argument, but it was one of those where, like, you know, you're wrong, but you continue arguing.
You see, the big problem with like placing the blame on pollution stuff is, a lot less pollution is coming out of Europe now, but we were like the Industrial Revolution started in Europe is when carbon started being emitted into the atmosphere. We created, the use of fossil fuels and built up our society and everything in our economy. Now that we're at the top, we said, right, you can't do the same because you're killing the environment just like we used to. So the issue's there that everyone's like, well, why shouldn't we be allowed to if you did? Just because Europe didn't know what they were doing at the time doesn't mean there was more justified than someone doing it now,
Exactly. Right. I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing at the freaking what you said earlier. No one is roasting me. No one. If I'm the editor of the
Can't be on
video,
that on your own podcast.
if I'm the editor of the
You hold all
video,
the
I
power.
hold all the power. I could roast you right now when you can't edit it out. What are you gonna do, punk?
Literally nothing. You could cut this together so that I say something really racist just by like segmenting words that I've said or something.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a special guest waiting for you guys next week, and we hope you look forward to it. This has been the Favor and Adam podcast.